It's fucking overflowing here now this morning. As I get closer to prep starting, I'll be enjoying myself. Back from the gym, good push session. Okay, post-workout, we've gone for a big boy mug this morning. That's not a mug of coffee, that's a jug of coffee. It's a full day of eating, the day we've all been waiting for. I'm excited to take you through a full day of everything I put in my mouth on a training day. Today is also check-in day, so I just sent over pictures to coach. We're weighing in at 88.4 kilo. I'm gonna crack on into work this morning. I don't eat my first meal until 10 o'clock. Usually in and around that time. Coffee in the morning, electrolytes first thing as well. Now I just have another 750 ml of water here. So we're gonna put that in now as well. And the rest of the day, a lot of the time, unless I'm training, I use a lot of my waddy. Second hot beverage of the day. We're going for a cup of tea. I know you obviously came for the food, but this is like how my whole day is set up, you know? So we're gonna do another 750 ml of water. I'm gonna put a bit of my waddy in this. Main thing going into training early in the day is being, one, obviously properly fueled, but there's a big difference when you're properly hydrated versus when you're not.
Big man, what's the story? Thanks very much for checking, as always. Hope you're good. Get in there today and just see how things are.
Meal one. It's definitely time for meal one. I keep forgetting, I don't have my Fitbit. The strap is bust on the Fitbit and I thought I had a spare one, but I actually don't. As a lot of people will know, oats. So we're doing oats, meal one also pre-workout. So this will be our pre-workout meal. I can go to the gym, you know, I can eat my pre-workout meal and head straight to the gym. I usually don't, like I'll usually leave it at least half an hour, possibly an hour, and then head to the gym. It all kind of depends, you know, how far away from the gym you are. I'm about 20 minutes on a good day from the gym, so 100 grams of oats, bang, 30 grams away. My protein is quite high, like we'll run through the macros with meal one now, but my protein is, you know, relatively high. I still, because I'm eating, you know, minimum 5 meals a day, I need to keep the protein content, you know, low enough. So I'm only having 30 grams of weight there with this meal. Should it be a little bit higher? Probably, but yeah, like I could be doing 40, I could get away with it, but if I'm doing, you know, nearly 6 meals a day, depending, 5 meals a day most of the time, like my protein is very quick to just be like over, you know, and yeah, being like 10 grams over certain days is fine, but you know, I don't want to be having a goal of 220 grams of protein and I'm hitting 250 grams. I need to obviously stay at the 220 gram goal, you know. I'm doing 30 grams of weight. You're going to need in around 30 probably to 50 ml of water, you know, and then you're just going to mix and mix and mix until you get the consistency that you want. Well, Tom Dooley, what do you think of my sludge? But the fruit selection at the moment is blueberries, raspberries, frozen cherries, frozen pineapple chunks as well. That's what the oats are looking like this morning. So there we go. It's fucking overflowing here now this morning, to be fair. I've been using a lunchbox, but I just went for a bowl this morning. I'm actually drinking tea like it's going out of fashion. It definitely is, you know, something that does help me with appetite as well between meals. But last thing we will do with meal one, pink Himalayan and cinnamon as well. This is pre-workout as well, so you know, I go hard on the salt. And like I said to you, there's a lot of water going in every day. And that's another reason why there is a lot of water going in, obviously, because there's a lot of salt. And that's just what I feel best off. This looks banging. This is a very nice looking bowl of oats. As you'll have heard as well, feedback back from the coach. No changes again this week, just exact same again. Obviously, you will have heard we need to just get a few things in order, like my sleep. Very weird week of sleep, to be completely honest with you. If you saw my tracker, like I was waking up, you know, some nights before Dan had even gone to sleep, and she was looking at me thinking, what are you doing? You know, and I was like, I'm getting up, you know, I'm getting up. And most nights I would get up like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like just, you know, a lot earlier than I should be. Lack of sleep is not good. And I noticed that a couple of days last week. I feel better when I'm not getting huge amounts of sleep, which I know sounds weird, but if I get 8 hours of sleep, I don't feel as good as if I get, you know, 6 hours sleep. I know. But just focusing on getting sleep in order this week. We took Friday off, Saturday off, and then Sunday off as well, the gym. And my last 2 cardio sessions took off them as well, just try and freshen up as much as possible. I feel good. We'll see how I feel when I go into the gym. Like Keane actually said to me, because as I said, last Monday, my push day was literally the best session I've ever done. Literally the best session I've ever done. And Keane said, yeah, there you go. Do you know, like that's always the case. You'll go in, you'll have the best session you've ever done, and then that's when it hits you. That's when it really hits you. And you know, we've been going for a very long time now, to be fair, like going for it. More importantly, macros for meal 1 will be on the screen. Total macros for the day, currently at the minute, are 220 grams of protein, 500 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat on a training day. And then on a rest day, we're going to do another full day of eating for in the very near future. 220 grams of protein, 400 grams of carb, and 60 grams of fat. So just a little bit less carbs, tiny little bit more fat on a rest day. Pre-workout, pre-push, I'm going to go in and put the 55s up for the first time ever, which I'm excited for. Every time. Back from the gym, good push session. It was the same last Monday though. I had a very good push session on Monday. It was the best session I've ever put down. Push session, and then I was fucked up for the rest of the week. But Dan trained pushing me. We had a can of, what is it? Ultra Paradise, Green Monster. It's up there, one of the nicest. And I also had electrolytes, a scoop of electrolytes again, pre-workout. And I might start trialing post-workout electrolyte as well, just see how we feel, if it does anything for me after training. So I might give that a go and let you know how we get on. But post-workout meal, oats again with a little bit extra, so I'll make the oats and I'll show you exactly what we're having because I'm absolutely starving now as well.
Why is there so many in one packet?
They're fine.
Look at them.
There's about 40 in the pack though. Okay, post-workout, same as meal 1, exact same bowl as meal 1 here. 100 gram of oats, 40 gram of whey actually instead of 30, and then 250 frozen fruit, salt, cinnamon, and then we add in 4 corn cakes. Not rice cakes, corn cakes. They taste way nicer. If we could get caramel snack jacks here in Ireland, we'd be on them, but I can't find them anywhere. And on there then is this low sugar jam. Real jam would be nicer, but this is grand. This is Aldi's reduced sugar strawberry jam basically. So I've 15 gram of carb worth of jam on top of those as well. The rest of the meals will come fairly quick after these meals. You might be thinking, why aren't you having like cereal and stuff post-workout? It's just my appetite, you know, like this takes me a little bit longer to eat. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it mightn't be as fast acting, you know, and mightn't be as quick to digest, but you have to think of the bigger picture here, you know, like I'm looking to make sure that I'm staying within my calories. Even though like we're well into a bulk now at this point, my appetite is mental, you know, and if I'm having bowls of cereal and, you know, not having fruit with the certain meals or not having veg with certain meals, I could have my food finished by 1 o'clock in the day, do you know what I mean? So I have to be smart, and until food gets to the point where I'm like, you know, getting to the end of the day full, oats will probably stay as the post-workout because, again, where I'm at with my food at the moment and the way I'm taking it in, you know, I could eat again straight away after this meal here. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The main things I'd say to you is fruit, carbs, and protein post-workout. The reason I say fruit is going to replenish liver glycogen stores a lot quicker as well. Like obviously you've got your protein and then you've got your carbs, but fruit is going to replenish your liver glycogen on top of that then as well. So they're just the small little things. Worry about the big basic things first. After that, then you can start looking at, you know, the small nitty gritty, small little things after that. But don't be going looking at, you know, replenishing liver glycogen. First of all, just focus on replenishing glycogen, you know, and eating a carb source that you can eat. But yeah, post-workout, macros will be here somewhere on the screen. We'll munch this. Aldi needs to be done as well at some stage today. The fridge is getting a small bit low on stuff because obviously I'm eating a lot of food at the moment. But yeah, we'll be back to work now for the next while, and then again, we'll have another meal soon. Here, try this.
No.
This would be even nicer with a bagel, but actually that's something I could do. Yeah. your oats, like, you know, with your sludge and your fruit and everything on top of the corn cake. Maybe I shouldn't, it's a full day of eating, but maybe I will. They'll all be on my Instagram. If you head over to my Instagram, the full session from today, the full push session will be on my Instagram, and the posing post-workout as well. I was happy with the posing. It was quick. Like my round of posing this morning for my check-in was over 10 minutes long. The round post-workout was about 3 minutes long, you know? Like posing something I really need to hammer. And I know you might say, look, you're so far away from stage, but I just want posing just to be fucking just flowing. You know, when I start prep, and then obviously it'll get better and better as we get into prep then as well. Aldi top up, as Rob Lipsett calls them, the poverty Coke Zeros. Aldi's poverty Coke Zeros. This is just a top up of what we would have. We'll try and do an Aldi shop, a main Aldi shop once a week, and then a top up. Or some weeks then it could be like just top ups, do you know what I mean? So chicken, Mediterranean style turkey burgers, smoked salmon, soft cheeses, these are like cream cheese, I think. Oats, sourdough, new addition as well. Tin slices of pineapple, more jam. Kimchi, Barry's tea bags, low fat milk, frozen fruit, frozen peas, instant coffee. Meal 3, we have our first meat meal of the day. So onto the turkey burgers, 2 turkey burgers, 100 grams dry weight basmati rice, frozen peas, and we have onion, pepper, garlic in here as well. A little bit of beetroot, a little bit of kimchi. I'd usually have sauerkraut as well with this. And that's the meal there and then. This is prepped from the night before. So usually like my third meal will be something from the night before, so I don't have to worry about making it. If I don't have enough rice, I usually cook up rice. Like I'm always just batch cooking rice and stuff. But it just lets me go down, heat it up, crack on then, and I can add in if I want the beetroot, kimchi, sauerkraut or whatever. I'm having it all the time now with every meat meal, but I'm really just sticking with ketchup as well. The only sauce that I'm really using. A little bit lighter than light mayo as well sometimes, but that's pretty much it. Turkey burgers from Aldi, I'm telling you now, I'm not the biggest man for chicken. Like I had a run of chicken and I do have runs of chicken, but unless I'm having like a nice chicken kind of a dish or something, I couldn't really be fucked with chicken. Like turkey burgers and lean beef mince are my 2 main meats. Mince, you know, it's a little bit higher end on the fat, so I don't, you know, mess with it too many meals the whole time. Like 1 meal on a train day with mince, absolutely fine. But yeah, other than that, I've got another litre of the pineapple and orange. When I can get it, the pineapple and orange from Aldi, my waddy. Macros for this meal will be on the screen again. Meal 4 is a nice one. It's a very nice, very new addition only in the last couple of days for, yeah, train days and rest days, to be honest.
I'm being drawn to that fit. That's it. But you don't want to be rest.
Right, this next one is a new addition. Fats, you know, having actual sources of fat are important on a daily basis. Like, I've got 50 fats to work with on train day. It is important to have like some actual source of fat, you know, like eggs. This meal is an egg meal, but it is important, you know, most of your day can be made up of trace fats, but we should be looking to try and get some healthy fats in there as well. So this meal is the fattiest kind of meal of the day. Like, you'll have seen none of the meals that I've had so far today in the first 3 are any fat sources, you know, any like dedicated fat sources, but we're getting some fats in, we're making a conscious effort to get some fats in, and that's very easy when you've got smoked salmon. Like before, me and Dan would have had more on rest days than anything like salmon fillets or salmon darns, but at the moment I'm not arsed like that, because salmon is low volume. Well, it's like salmon and steak, you know, they actually fill you up, but in my head I'm thinking, nah, you know, I'm not. So I typically don't. It's the same with like dark chocolate at the moment and stuff. Like usually at night time, if I'm not having salmon, that's why I'm having salmon on a train day now as well as a rest day. Like even though there's not much of a difference, like I'm not really bothered about having, you know, dark chocolate on a daily basis. Like before it would be mandatory for me to have like dark chocolate at night time before I go to bed with my cup of tea. But we're having salmon, eggs and sourdough. Thing with this as well, main thing, all you have to cook really is your fried eggs. Getting them right then is another thing. 80 gram of smoked salmon. I think we have 100 gram of sourdough. While all that is cooking, let me just, like, this is what the food presses are kind of looking like. Now, we've got a couple of nice bits and stuff over here, you know yourself, like a bit of dairy milk and all that. There's a Biscoff sauce, a Bueno sauce, but who cares? We've got sourdough here, we've got sourdough, my corn cakes up the back, bagels. I'll have a bagel here and there, like as a carb source, but mainly sourdough at the moment. Bananas, Dan is on the Weetabix. I do want burgers some nights, so there's burger buns. We have oats, plenty of oats. Down here I've got my whey, so at the moment I've got obviously the caramel biscuit. We also have a small tub of vanilla, but as I was saying earlier, sweet and salty popcorn and the new Perform cookie dough, I think, are the ones that I really want to get on. Here we have the pineapple and orange squash, as I was saying. We have more orange squash. I've got my drinks here. I've got lemon. Lemon is really nice at the moment. Lemon. I've got the zero orange and the zero Coke Zero basically as well. Frozen or tin pineapple. There's noodles there. We haven't touched noodles. Actually, we did. We had noodles one day last week. Pasta, basmati rice, just more pasta back there then as well. Dan makes way better fried eggs than me, but I'll start them on a really high heat and then just turn them down then to like very low level. I'll just fucking, oh, you're up here. And then I'll just throw the lid on them then and let them fry. But Dan makes really nice, like she flips them and then you know yourself. The fridge looks even smaller on camera, but it's a small fridge that we actually got. Okay, fridge wise, I might need to turn the brightness down as I go. We start here on the side. So we've a low fat milk, ketchup, light mayonnaise, and then the one I'll use is the lighter than light, like 11 calories. It's shit enough, like this is obviously a lot nicer, but like that builds up really quick. Tin pineapple, which is actually going in with this meal because I forgot to put it in the last meal, you know yourself. And then beetroot, the jam. Up here then we have lemon, orange, Coke Zero, growth hormone. Fucking plenty of growing to be doing, lad. Tell you one thing, that eats the wallet. Apples, peppers, red onion, more peppers, lettuce, onion back there, I think that's a white one. Tomatoes, we got chicken, turkey burgers, mince. Dan likes oranges, they're what are they, clementines. More little yogurt pots that Dan kind of eats. Eggs in the back there as well, somewhere behind these soft cheeses that I showed you earlier. Like, calorie for calorie, like these are unreal. I got them because I want to have burgers some night. Dan makes a good chicken burger, so like a proper chicken burger with one of them. Lighter butter that Dan thought she wanted, but it's a load of wank, so we got real butter out instead. This should be in the bin, but I fucking hate wasting shit. Bacon medallions, ham back there for some of Dan's lunches, more smoked salmon, Greek yogurt. That's it for the fridge, I think. Chicken Kievs, ham and cheese. Chicken Kievs, no, they are tasty, to be fair. I haven't done one of them in fucking a year, I'd say. In here, all my frozen fruit, like you saw earlier. And then in here, we've got all the frozen veg, which is literally just peas, frozen peas. Nailed them, lad. Absolutely nailed them. Right, I'm actually going to do it. I can actually account for this as well today. Maybe not every day, but sourdough is done. Garlic and herb, soft cheese. Oh, smells good, lad. Fit this in a little bit. Like 30 grams of this is giving you a total of 45 calories. Do you know what I mean? Like 3 grams of fat. I'm starting prep in 12 weeks. Like this doing this kind of stuff. Yeah, if I take the piss with it, with like, you know, not tracking it in and stuff, like that's where you start to see the body fat really come on quick out of nowhere, and you're like, I was doing my macros, I was sticking to this, I was sticking to that. No, you weren't really, do you know what I mean? Like doing all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to go with 30 grams of this. Again, this is 100 gram of sourdough, which actually is quite a bit, do you know? And we're just under 50 gram of carb from the sourdough. And you're only kidding yourself, do you know what I mean? So again, as I get close to prep finishing, I'll be experimenting, or as I get closer to prep starting, I'll be enjoying myself as time goes on. But, you know, I can't get away with anything really, do you know? And like, it's the same with a lot of people, but some people can get away with doing, you know, different things. I'll hoover the floor later, I will. Do you know, with bollocks, and so I need to nail things on a daily basis, and that's what I've realised now. over this gaining phase, you know, and that's why we've been able to keep things in a relatively good spot. So, I still need the weighing scales that. Bloody hell. This weighing scales comes in and out of the press 20 times a day, and sometimes I'll be looking for it, and Dan has it, you know, put away. So we're doing 80 grams of sourdough, 80 grams of fucking salmon, and shit like this anyway, like, you know, smoked salmon and stuff. Like, fish as a whole is just not cheap. It's like if I was doing this and slamming this, yeah, you could every single day, do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, but like all meats, like, Jesus, Aldi is gone, you know, compared to like 3 years ago, we'll say, do you know, Aldi is crazy, do you know, like it's, Aldi used to be known, and it still probably is, you know, as that place you could go and get like a big shop. Not anymore, do you know, like we're spending a good bit on food every single week. Now I know that's because I eat more than the normal person, but it's just, it's not cheap, like. So we're doing 2 fried eggs on top of that. I might have left them for a few minutes too long now, but we'll be fine. We're on the move tomorrow, so I have to prep all my meals as well. Oh, this is what we're working with, lad. 100 grams of sourdough, 2 fried eggs, 80 grams smoked salmon, and we have the 30 grams of lighter Philadelphia, fake light Philadelphia, garlic and herb version. Oh, this light does not do much light. Like I have to come in here, the one that goes over the kitchen table. But again, plenty of salt. Pink Himalayan salt, you know, compared to regular table salt, it just has a lot more minerals, and I do kind of prefer the, I don't know if it's just the consistency of it, you know, I know that might sound weird, or just because it comes out of this yolk, you know, compared to those plastic kind of white tubs of table salt. I just prefer it across the board, but we'll give you a taste test. A lot of fluid's gone in now, to be fair, as well. This is a nice one to look forward to, you know, and it's just something different than having another turkey burger and rice meal, because we've got another rice meal coming up after this anyway. And it tastes fucking good. Keane just dropped our pull day from last week in Manchester. Very, very good. It's just a big chat between the two of us, which I absolutely love. So I'm gonna actually sit back and enjoy that one now this evening as well, because I didn't edit it, you know, and I'm able to like just see for myself what exactly it was like. But head over. Keane's channel, as always, will be from now on actually in the description below if anyone wants to check that out, and you should. We're both hammering the YouTube now, so if you're doing cardio, if you're chilling there in the evening, you've nothing else to be watching, sit back and enjoy the videos. Meal 4 out of 6. I know 6 meals might sound like a lot, but 6 meals works well for me, you know. 5 on busier days when I'm not here in the house as much, but Monday's just always laptop, so I can kind of work in and around 6 meals, you know, and I feel really good off 6 meals as well, which is a good thing. Almost forgot, lads, so I did. 120 grams of pineapple slices. If I'm having pineapple with a meat meal, I don't like frozen pineapple. It has to be these fucking pineapple in slices, and pineapple slices and juice. They're really nice, like. That is some drink, I'm going to prep for tomorrow. So we're going to prep tomorrow's meals. Dan has her lunches already prepped and her dinner already prepped. She's having a chicken curry, and I was like, nah, I'm just going to have chicken burgers. Turkey burgers. No, I definitely think like that is the beauty of tracking your macros. Learning how to track your macros, you know, early on, so you can make adjustments here and there on the weekly, you know, not every day, because then you're just wasting time, but you know, you can have rotations and stuff of different meals when you can, you know, just swap macros for different foods the whole time. So that's why, you know, I was going to have, you know, a turkey burger meal, but now I've decided I'm going to have a mince meal there instead tomorrow. And that's the beauty of it, you know, learn how to track your macros very early on, and just makes life a lot easier, you know, for even just for, you know, just making the right choices when you're looking at foods, and when you don't always have exactly what you need right in front of you, you can on the fly make a change, and it's, you know, still in line with your goals as much as it needs to be realistically. I'm not tracking any veg across the board. It just stays the exact same on a daily basis between every single bit of veg that I have. We're gonna do a few cloves of garlic. It's all more effort, I know, but like, you know, I could either be sitting down watching the TV right now, or I could be putting a little bit more effort into the food to make it more enjoyable. You know, when I go to that meal and I'm looking forward to tomorrow and I'm taking a bite out of it, I'm like, So I'm glad I put that little bit more effort in it. And it's only recently I've got back into like putting, you know, fucking garlic and shit in. I could nearly do a podcast with the amount that I go on, but I just like chatting to the camera, you know? I just like chatting to the camera. So, what's next? And there we have it, meal 5, food prep for tomorrow. Our usual, 2 turkey burgers, 100 gram of rice, you can actually see it this time. Then we have, again, not missing out on our micros, peas, peppers, onion, garlic. I'm also going to do in this meal, I haven't done this in a long time, my 120 gram of pineapple for this meal in the actual meal. So we have our kimchi. The kimchi, you know, is meant to be good for the gut, and it does taste bloody nice. We're doing a little bit of sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, the kimchi is nicer than sauerkraut, but again, that's just fermented cabbage basically. Again, that's just to give you an indicator how much salt I actually use. But again, I was about to put the fucking salt in the fridge. Pineapple, right? You might be wondering, for what? Pineapple speeds up the digestion of protein. Enzymes in that speed up the breakdown of protein, we'll say. So that goes in there. It's just all these small little extra 1%ers. And main thing with your food, tastes damn good, you enjoy it, and it's something you can stick to on a daily basis. That's all you're looking for here. Main thing is that you're consistent with it on a daily basis, like nail those macros every single day. And then when it does come to the times you're not eating on plan, we'll say, it just makes that food a lot more enjoyable and a lot more worthwhile, you know, like you're getting your money's worth a lot more. Then we're going in with another one, a Coke Zero this time, Aldi Coke Zero, and we'll have one more by the end of the day, one more full one of these, and that'll be about 7 litres of water with all that other fluidy bits and bobs on top of that then as well. So, okay, final meal. Lads, so myself and Dan are having a cup of tea. Dan will have a bit of chocolate, and I will have a bowl of oats. We'll put in the last few sups for the day. I'm having my metformin. I think everything else is pretty much in. Dream Sleep. I'll put in Dream Sleep as well. I'll drive it on that. Our final bowl of oats for the day. I apologise for all the washing in the background, but it is what it is. We might possibly have a calorie challenge on the horizon as well. Another calorie challenge, but we will see closer to the time. I'm going to tuck into this. Macros will have already been on the screen. Macros for the day, I'll pop up now as well. It's been a good day. It's been a good day of food. Excellent training session. Work is all done. We'll do the exact same again tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop it a like. And again, as I said, 75% of people watching these videos are not subscribed. Getting like 1 subscriber is like getting 100 followers on Instagram. Like the feeling of it is unreal. And even when you see a subscriber drop off, it's like, oh. But anyway, here we are. We're putting in the reps. I'm gonna get my last meal in, and I'll chat to you in the next one.